Hey there, fellow Americans. Breaking news that could change your financial future. President Trump has just unveiled a groundbreaking $4,500 Social Security bonus alongside major tax reforms aimed at seniors and working Americans. This isn't just another political promise, it's legislation that could put thousands of extra dollars in your pocket this year. But how will it actually affect you? Who qualifies? And what do these changes mean for the millions relying on SSA, SSDI, and SSI benefits? Stay tuned because I'm breaking down everything you need to know about this financial game changer in the next few minutes. If you're new here and want to stay informed on critical updates affecting your benefits and finances, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right now. I post new videos with crucial information every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Let's dive right in. The newly announced Social Security Bonus Program represents one of the most significant expansions to America's retirement safety net in decades. President Trump signed this executive order just yesterday, authorizing a one-time $4,500 payment to qualifying Social Security recipients. This comes as a direct response to the continued inflation pressures that have hit fixed-income Americans particularly hard over the past several years. But what's truly remarkable is how this integrates with the parallel tax bill that's making its way through Congress with strong White House backing. Now you might be wondering, who exactly qualifies for this bonus payment? The criteria are surprisingly inclusive. If you're currently receiving regular Social Security retirement benefits, SSDI disability payments, or supplemental security income, you're likely eligible for at least a portion of this bonus. The full $4,500 amount will go to individuals with annual benefits under $40,000, with a graduated scale reducing the bonus for those with higher benefit amounts. For married couples filing jointly, the threshold increases to $60,000 before the graduated reductions begin. This means millions of Americans, particularly those most vulnerable to economic hardship, will receive the complete bonus payment. The timing couldn't be more crucial for many Americans, with everyday costs still rising faster than traditional cost of living adjustments can keep up with. Seniors and disabled Americans have been falling behind financially. Have you noticed how much more you're spending on groceries compared to just 2 years ago? Or how medical expenses keep climbing despite Medicare coverage? This bonus aims to help bridge that gap and provide immediate financial relief. But there's more to this package than just the one-time bonus. The administration has confirmed that the Social Security Administration will be implementing streamlined processing to ensure payments begin reaching recipients within 45 days. Direct deposit recipients will receive funds first, followed by those receiving physical checks, with the entire distribution expected to be completed within 90 days. This represents an unprecedented speed of implementation for a program of this magnitude. Now, let's talk about the companion tax legislation that makes this an even more comprehensive financial package. The bill includes several provisions specifically designed to benefit both retirees and current workers. For seniors, there's a new expanded tax deduction for medical expenses, lowering the threshold from 7.5% to just 5% of adjusted gross income. This change alone could save thousands of dollars for seniors with significant healthcare costs. Have you been putting off medical procedures because of the cost? This change might make necessary healthcare more affordable for you. Additionally, the bill proposes eliminating federal income tax on up to 50% of Social Security benefits for individuals making less than $75,000 annually. Currently, depending on your income, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits can be taxable. This represents a substantial tax break for millions of retirees who have found themselves facing unexpected tax burdens in retirement. For current workers, the package includes expanded earned income tax credits and a temporary reduction in payroll taxes, while maintaining the integrity of the Social Security Trust Fund through alternative funding mechanisms. The administration claims this will put an average of $1,800 back into the pockets of working families while actually strengthening Social Security's long-term outlook. Does this sound too good to be true? Let's look at how they're proposing to fund these initiatives. The funding mechanism is perhaps the most controversial aspect of the package. The administration has outlined a three-pronged approach. First, redirecting unspent funds from previous COVID relief packages. Second, implementing new enforcement measures against Social Security fraud. And third, closing several corporate tax loopholes specifically related to overseas profit shifting. Critics argue these funding sources may not be sufficient for the program's projected $380 billion cost over 5 years, while supporters counter that economic growth resulting from increased consumer spending will offset much of the expense. Let's address some concerns that are likely on your mind. Is this just a temporary fix? According to the legislation, while the $4,500 bonus is a one-time payment, the tax changes are designed to be permanent. Will this weaken Social Security in the long run? Administration officials insist that by increasing enforcement against fraud and abuse while closing corporate tax loopholes, the program will actually extend the solvency of the Social Security Trust Fund by approximately 7 years. There are also significant changes to how SSDI applications will be processed going forward. The much criticized backlog of disability applications has led to waiting periods of up to 2 years for many applicants. Under the new directive, the SSA will be required to process initial applications within 120 days and appeals within 90 days. Additional staff hiring and modernized processes are being funded to make these accelerated timelines possible. For those currently waiting in the SSDI application process, have you been struggling financially during this waiting period? These changes could significantly reduce your wait time and financial hardship. SSI recipients will see additional benefits beyond the one-time bonus. The resource limits for SSI eligibility, unchanged since the 1980s, will finally be updated from $2,000 for individuals and $3,000 for couples to $10,000 and $15,000 respectively. This long overdue change acknowledges the reality that the previous limits forced many disabled Americans to live in extreme poverty to maintain their benefits. The legislation also includes provisions for annual adjustments to these limits based on inflation, preventing the need for future legislative action to maintain reasonable thresholds. Congressional reaction has been predictably mixed along party lines. Though several moderate members from both parties have expressed cautious support for the package, the Senate Finance Committee is scheduled to begin hearings next week, with a potential floor vote expected before the August recess. Political analysts suggest the package has a reasonable chance of passing given its focus on helping both seniors and working families, groups that span the political spectrum. What does all this mean for you personally? If you're already receiving Social Security benefits in any form, you should expect to receive notification about your eligibility for the bonus payment within the next 30 days. The SSA has announced they'll be sending letters to all current beneficiaries explaining the program and confirming eligibility details. No application will be necessary for current recipients. The payments will be processed automatically based on existing information in the SSA system. For workers still years away from retirement, the payroll tax reduction should appear in your paychecks within 60 days of the legislation passing. The exact amount will depend on your income level, but the average worker earning $50,000 annually should see approximately $150 extra in their monthly take-home pay. Have you been thinking about what you would do with extra money in your budget each month? Whether it's paying down debt, building emergency savings, or simply keeping up with rising costs, this could provide some welcome relief. Financial advisors are already weighing in on how beneficiaries should best utilize the one-time bonus. While everyone's situation is different, experts generally recommend prioritizing outstanding medical bills, essential home repairs that have been deferred, and building or replenishing emergency funds. For those without pressing financial needs, investing the bonus in an IRA could potentially magnify its long-term impact on your financial security. As we wait for final passage of this legislation, it's important to stay informed and prepared. Watch for official communications from the Social Security Administration and be wary of scams. Government agencies will never call asking for personal information or payments to process your bonus. All legitimate communication will come through official mail or your My.Gov account if you've established one. I'll be following these developments closely and bringing you updates as the legislation moves through Congress and implementation begins. Do you have questions about how these changes might affect your specific situation? Leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to address them in upcoming videos. If you found this information valuable, please hit that like button and share this video with friends and family members who might benefit from these changes. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already for regular updates on Social Security, retirement planning, and financial news that affects everyday Americans. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.